In the vast expanse of human culture, pagan gods have always carried an intriguing weight, embodying the complex duality of existence itself. These deities, revered and feared, stand as reflections of the world around us, mirroring human emotions, experiences, and the ever-present balance of light and darkness. Each god or goddess, with their multitude of tales and personalities, serves as a reminder that divinity is not one-dimensional. Instead, it revels in the contrasts that shape our existence, where love dances alongside hatred, and creation coexists with destruction. As we embark on this exploration, we will peel back the layers of these divine beings, revealing the shadowy aspects that make them not just symbols of virtue, but also harbingers of chaos and vengeance. Take, for instance, the mighty Greek goddess Artemis, often celebrated as the protector of the wilderness and a fierce guardian of women's rights. However, beneath her bright exterior lies a darker facet worthy of contemplation. Known as a goddess of the hunt, her connection to death and the animal realm invites intrigue and fear. When provoked, Artemis could unleash a vengeance so severe it could devastate entire populations. Her mythic narratives warn us that even the most benevolent figures may wield a dark sword of retribution, illustrating how the threads of vengeance can intertwine with the ideals of protection and liberty. This paradox serves as a powerful reminder that our deities, like us, are fraught with complexities, and sometimes the shadows can speak volumes about their true nature. Similarly, let us turn to the Norse pantheon, where Loki reigns as both a beloved figure and a source of substantial turmoil. Originally portrayed as a trickster and companion of the gods, his connection to chaos reveals a more sinister side, one that brought about Ragnarok, the end of the world. Loki represents the instinctual drive within us to embrace chaos, challenge norms, and provoke change. His existence is a constant reminder of the fine line between creativity and destruction. The allure of chaos manifests in our daily lives, captivating us with its unpredictability while simultaneously warning us of its potential repercussions. In exploring Loki's character, we confront our own dualities and recognize that the shadows lurking in our characters can drive transformation, for better or worse. The Pantheon of Shadows offers a striking narrative of balance. The embodiment of duality is not restricted to individual gods, but extends to entire cultures and belief systems. The Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar serves as another vivid example of this interplay between light and dark. Revered for her roles in love and war, Ishtar embodies fertility and passion, yet she also engages in ruthless warfare, showcasing the brutal reality hidden behind her beauty. The tales of Ishtar remind us that love and rage often fuel the same fire, desires that can elevate humanity or lead it to ruin. Navigating these mythos reveals a profound understanding of human nature, emphasizing that within each story lies the potential for redemption and destruction. As we journey through the realms of these extraordinary deities, it becomes clear that the shadows of divinity are not merely dark corners to hide from, but rather integral aspects of the human experience itself. Transitioning to the vibrant tradition of Hinduism, we encounter the fierce goddess Kali, a striking juxtaposition to more nurturing deities. Known as the goddess of destruction and transformation, Kali epitomizes the terrifying yet necessary aspect of retribution. Her wild dance on the battlefield, adorned with a necklace of skulls, speaks volumes of her intent to eradicate the forces of evil and ignorance. Kali's myths recount her fierce battles against demons, showcasing her unrelenting desire not just to protect the cosmos, but to restore balance through annihilation. The stories of her timing in unleashing chaos and energy are reminders that sometimes, in order to foster new life and growth, destruction is inevitable. Engaging with Kali's narrative urges us to consider the transformative powers of anger and vengeance, how they can ultimately lead to renewal, albeit through a tumultuous path. The tales of these vengeful deities don't just span cultures. They resonate with universal themes of accountability and the moral complexities inherent in the pursuit of justice. The Egyptian goddess Ma'at embodies these ideals through her commitment to truth and order, but her association with vengeance cannot be overlooked. In avenging cosmic wrongs, Ma'at ensures that the scales of justice remain balanced. Her feather, used to weigh the hearts of the deceased against the truth, is a powerful symbol reflecting the idea that the call to vengeance springs from a deep-seated need for fairness and equilibrium. When weighed against falsehood, the consequences unleashed by Ma'at serve as a warning that those who disrupt harmony will inevitably face reckoning. This recognition of accountability compels societies to honor both the light of justice and the shadows of retribution. In exploring the wrathful vengeance of these deities, we uncover a profound reflection on humanity itself. The myths surrounding Nemesis, Kali, and Ma'at reveal that our instincts for vengeance stem from a desire for balance and justice. Yet, as the narratives unfold, they remind us of the precarious nature of these instincts. The stories encourage us to contemplate the repercussions of our actions, urging us to seek equilibrium without succumbing to the darker impulses within. As we examine the complexities of these powerful goddesses, we are invited to acknowledge our own struggles with wrath and forgiveness, and to explore how we can channel those energies into paths of understanding rather than destruction. Ultimately, the vengeful aspects of these deities serve not just as cautionary tales, but as invitations to carefully navigate our own moral landscapes, understanding that vengeance is a powerful force, one that must be wielded with intention. In the realms of mythology, trickster gods hold a unique place, embodying the unpredictable nature of existence. These cunning deities often operate in the shadows, weaving chaos through their playful antics and practical jokes. Loki, the infamous trickster of Norse mythology, is perhaps one of the most compelling examples. Known for his shape-shifting abilities and quick wit, Loki navigates the world with a mischievous flair that often leads to dire consequences. However, the duality of these trickster gods extends far beyond simple pranks. Their actions often unleash forces that spiral out of control, capturing the unpredictable facets of human nature. Loki's involvement in the events leading up to Ragnarok, where he ultimately leads the giants against the gods, demonstrates how a seemingly harmless trick can have catastrophic consequences. This stark shift from mischief to chaos emphasizes the inherent risks that come with the playful disruption of norms. The stories compel us to reflect on our own behaviors, pointing to the idea that even innocent pranks or lighthearted mischief can lead to unintended results, showcasing how the line between humor and disaster is often razor-thin. As we explore the cunning tricksters of mythology, we begin to recognize their essential role in understanding the balance of life itself. The tales of Loki and Hermes serve as reminders that joy and chaos are intertwined, revealing the complexities of our interactions with the world. Their mischievous natures encourage us to embrace spontaneity while cautioning us about the potential fallout of our actions. In recognizing the dangers embedded within their playful undertakings, we are prompted to harness our own capacity for agility in navigating life's challenges. Thus, the stories of these trickster gods offer valuable lessons on the importance of balancing creativity and consequences, emphasizing that sometimes, even the smallest jest can echo through the ages, reshaping destinies in ways we might never anticipate. Throughout the annals of mythology, goddesses of war stand as formidable figures, wielding the dual powers of creation and destruction. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom and warfare, presents a striking example of this duality. Often revered for her intellect and protective nature, she is also a fierce warrior who commands respect on the battlefield. Athena embodies the conflict between nurturing and aggression, demonstrating that wisdom can guide both diplomacy and conflict. Key stories of her involvement in significant wars, including the Trojan War, reveal her guidance and strategic prowess, but also highlight the darker undertones of violence that accompany her protective instincts. As we examine her narratives, we uncover how the necessity of warfare intersects with the nurturing qualities traditionally associated with femininity, challenging our perceptions of what it means to be both a protector and a warrior. On the other side of the world, the Hindu goddess Durga embodies a similar dichotomy, personifying strength and motherhood in her battle against evil forces. In the shadowy realms of mythology, chthonic deities reign as the enigmatic guardians of the underworld, presiding over the mysterious territory between life and death. Hades, the Greek god of the dead, embodies the dual nature of mortality and the afterlife. While often portrayed as a fearsome figure lurking in the depths of the underworld, Hades also symbolizes the cyclical nature of existence. His role as ruler of the realm beneath our feet invites both trepidation and reverence, highlighting humanity's intrinsic fears concerning death and what follows. The stories surrounding Hades, filled with dark corridors and eerie fortresses, compel us to confront the inevitable end that awaits all living beings. Yet, beyond fear lies the understanding that the underworld is not merely a place of doom. It is a vital part of the balance of life, where souls undergo transformation instead of ending. Accompanying Hades is Persephone, the goddess whose narrative encapsulates the profound connection between life, death, and rebirth. Kidnapped by Hades and taken to the underworld, Persephone's story is a haunting reflection of the conflict between light and dark. Her dual identity, as both the Maiden of Spring and the Queen of the Underworld, serves as a powerful metaphor for the cyclicality of nature itself. Each year, as she emerges from the depths to bring life back to the earth, she reminds us of the possibilities that lie in the transition between seasons, from life to death and back again. Her dual role illustrates the delicate balance of existence, inviting us to consider how loss and renewal are interwoven in our own lives. Persephone embodies the hope that, even in the darkest moments, there is the potential for transformation and regeneration. The presence of these chthonic deities resonates with humanity's deep-rooted fears and hopes surrounding mortality. Hades, while often shunned and misunderstood, is not merely a benevolent figure of doom. He is a guardian who ensures that souls find their rightful place, maintaining the order of life cycles. Unlike common perceptions of him as solely malevolent, Hades highlights the importance of respect for what lies beneath, revealing that death is as fundamental to existence as life itself. In this way, his character challenges us to reframe our views on mortality, embracing it as part of the vast continuum of being rather than an endpoint. Hades encourages us to confront our fears with dignity, as acknowledging death allows us to truly cherish life. Together, Hades and Persephone weave a narrative that reflects the struggles between joy and sorrow, life and death, light and dark. Their stories remind us that within the cycle of life, death serves not just as an end, but as an essential passage to transformation. By understanding their roles as guardians of the underworld, we begin to appreciate our own journeys through loss and renewal. These chthonic deities stand as eternal reminders that even in our darkest days, when we grapple with grief and existential dread, there lies the promise of rebirth and continuation. The elemental gods like Tlaloc and Poseidon serve as conduits for understanding humanity's relationship with the natural world. Their tumultuous tempers echo the unpredictability of life itself, where stability can suddenly give way to tumult. Such tales not only reflect ancient people's respect for nature, but also their efforts to find meaning within chaos. The destructive forces represented by these deities compel us to confront our vulnerabilities and recognize our place within the larger ecosystem, where we are often at the mercy of nature's whims. This understanding invites a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance of existence, provoking reflection on our responsibility to act as stewards of the environment. Ultimately, the narrative surrounding Tlaloc and Poseidon encapsulate the dual nature of creation and destruction inherent in the forces of nature. Their stories remind us that chaos is not merely a source of fear, but also of eventual regeneration and renewal. Water can be life-sustaining but destructive, while storms can reshape landscapes as much as they disrupt lives. By acknowledging the complexity of these elemental spirits, we learn the importance of humility in the face of nature's might. Through their journeys, we are invited to embrace the chaotic aspects of existence, understanding that both the nurturing and reckless elements of nature are essential in the grand cycle of life. The legacies of these gods teach us to honor the forces of chaos while seeking harmony in our relationships with the world around us. Throughout history, the practice of sacrificial rituals has been a powerful method for ancient cultures to connect with their gods, especially the darker deities who govern chaos, destruction, and the unknown. Sacrifices were seen as necessary offerings delivered in hope of appeasing these fierce gods, and they played a significant role in maintaining the delicate balance between humanity and the divine. The complexities involved in these relationships reveal how deeply intertwined fear, respect, and devotion could be, guiding societies to both honor their deities while attempting to control their more destructive impulses. Rituals often served not only as a means of supplication, but also as a communal act that solidified bonds among participants, imbuing their actions with shared significance and resonance. One of the most notable cultures that practiced such ritualistic sacrifices was the Aztecs, who had a profound relationship with their pantheon, particularly with deities like Tezcatlipoca and Huitzilopochtli. The Aztecs believed that the sun needed nourishment to rise each day, leading to the shocking practice of human sacrifice. Victims, often prisoners of war, were led to the temple, where their hearts would be offered to the gods in a dramatic display of devotion. This unsettling ritual was rooted in a fundamental belief that the gods demanded blood in exchange for prosperity, illustrating the extreme lengths to which the Aztecs would go to maintain cosmic harmony. Ultimately, the exploration of sacrificial rituals unveils a paradox: the simultaneous reverence and fear directed toward the darker gods. These practices reveal that even in the face of horror, humanity can find purpose and unity through shared acts of devotion. Sacrificial rituals were not only about placating vengeful deities, but were also expressions of cultural identity, a way for communities to confront their fears, affirm their beliefs, and seek guidance amid uncertainty. The complexities of these relationships invite contemplation on our own connections with the divine. How do we express our needs, fears, and hopes as we navigate the delicate balance between light and darkness? Understanding these ancient practices allows us to shed light on our own fears surrounding the unknown, the respect we owe to forces beyond our control, and the lengths we may go to secure our place in the ever-turning cycles of life and death. In the realms of mythology, the figures of enchantresses and sirens embody the alluring yet perilous nature of beauty and seduction. Among them, Aphrodite stands as the quintessential goddess of love and beauty in Greek mythology. Initially celebrated for her ability to instill passion and affection, Aphrodite's influence often spirals into realms of manipulation and chaos. Her many love affairs, including those with gods and mortals alike, frequently lead to jealousy, conflict, and even war. As seen in the infamous story of the Trojan War, a direct consequence of her promise to Paris. This narrative reveals a profound truth. The power of beauty can captivate hearts, but it may also unleash catastrophic chains of events. The stories of Aphrodite explore the thin line between love and desire, offering insight into how appearances can conceal deeper chaos just beneath the surface. Adding to the lore of seductive allure is Lilith, a figure rooted in Jewish mythology, often described as Adam's first wife who refused to submit to him. Lilith represents defiance and independence, embodying the darker aspects of femininity often feared and misunderstood. Her beauty and seductive nature drew many, yet her refusal to conform to societal expectations turned her into a symbol of chaos. In folklore, her allure is said to lead men to their doom, as she seeks vengeance for the subjugation of women. Lilith's narrative serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of underestimating the power of desire and the ramifications of rebellion. Her presence embodies the idea that beauty can be both enchanting and destructive, a duality that challenges the societal norms surrounding female power. The intertwining stories of Aphrodite and Lilith illustrate a powerful truth about the seduction of beauty, an illusion that often hides darker realities. These goddesses remind us that while beauty can inspire, it can equally disrupt order and harmony. In their narratives, we witness how those entranced by allure may become ensnared in webs of desire that lead to devastation. The chaos that stems from their enchantments encourages reflection on our own relationships with beauty and attraction, often revealing the vulnerabilities that lie beneath the surface. The stories urge us to question the value we place on appearances and the potential consequences that may arise when we allow superficial charm to overshadow deeper truths. Ultimately, the cautionary tales of these enchantresses serve as a reminder of the complexities inherent in desire, power, and vulnerability. Aphrodite and Lilith exemplify how beauty can serve both as a beacon of inspiration and a source of chaos. In the vast landscape of mythology, the figures who govern fate and destiny embody both awe-inspiring power and unsettling control. The Moirai, known as the Fates in Greek mythology, consist of three sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropis, who weave the threads of human destiny. Clotho spins the thread of life, Lachesis measures its length, and Atropis, the most feared, ultimately cuts it. This tripartite structure not only emphasizes the inevitability of fate, but reinforces the notion that each individual's life is bound by forces beyond their comprehension. The stories surrounding the Moirai highlight the interplay between free will and predestination, revealing how mortals, although yearning for control, must ultimately submit to the whims of these powerful figures. The tyranny of the fates instills fear not just in humans, but in the gods themselves, reminding us that even divine beings cannot escape the constraints of destiny. Similarly, in Norse mythology, the Norns parallel the Moirai, serving as formidable women who determine the fate of gods and men alike. Frigg, Urd, Verdandi, and Skuld are typically associated with these fate weavers, each representing aspects of the past, present, and future. Urd wields her control over events that have already transpired, while Verdandi encapsulates the continuum of present actions, and Skuld signifies what is yet to come. The Norns symbolize the inescapability of fate, suggesting that no matter how fiercely one fights against it, the outcome remains predetermined. Myths of the Norns reveal the chilling reality of their influence, as they are often depicted as towering figures observing the lives of mortals and deities, reminding all that their fates are written in the very threads they weave. The rigidity of the fates and Norns raises profound questions about the nature of choice and agency. In both traditions, mortals find themselves caught in a web of existing choices, navigating the terrain shaped by those who govern the threads of their lives. Characters in these myths struggle against fate, showcasing humanity's inherent desire to carve their own paths. Yet, as they endeavor to assert their will, they frequently encounter disastrous outcomes. Stories of defiance, such as those of heroes attempting to change their destinies only to set off disastrous chains of events, reveal that while striving against the inevitable can be heroic, it often leads to ruin. This captivating tension between fate and free will compels us to ponder the power struggle inherent in our own lives. Ultimately, the tales of the Moirai and Norns invite us to reflect on the universal human condition, the struggle for control amidst chaos. These formidable figures teach that while we may wish to govern our destinies, larger forces are often at play, weaving intricate designs we might not fully comprehend. The fear they evoke reminds us of human fragility and the respect owed to life's mysteries. By understanding the shadowy realms of fate, we gain a deeper appreciation for the balance between our dreams and the realities that shape our existence. It propels us to embrace both our agency and the possibility of surrendering to the flow of life, recognizing that destiny may sometimes offer the most profound revelations in its hidden depths. Similarly, other deities also illustrate this fascinating interplay between creative and destructive forces. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the god Set is often associated with chaos and disorder, yet he is also integral to the balance of the cosmos. While his actions may lead to destruction and upheaval, they also pave the way for Osiris's resurrection and rebirth, showcasing how chaos can be a precursor to renewal. Set's tumultuous nature serves as a crucial counterbalance in the divine order, revealing that disruption can orchestrate profound change. His narrative resonates with the understanding that darkness is often required to highlight the light, pushing the boundaries of what is deemed necessary within the grand scheme of existence. The dual nature of creation and destruction serves an essential purpose in many mythologies, providing a deeper understanding of humanity's emotional landscape. This dynamic becomes especially evident when we examine how deities like Kali embody fierce aspects of both forces. Known for her fearsome appearance, adorned with skulls and wielding weapons, Kali represents the fierce destruction of ignorance and negative energies. Yet, within her chaos lies the promise of renewal and liberation. Through this lens, destructiveness transforms into a catalyst for change, allowing individuals to confront their fears and confront the internal darkness that can stifle growth. Kali's narrative resonates on a personal level, inviting us to explore how facing chaos and destruction can lead to profound personal transformation and enlightenment. Ultimately, the stories of these gods emphasize that creation and destruction are not merely opposing forces. Rather, they form an intricate dance that defines the human experience. As we navigate our lives, understanding the duality represented by deities like Shiva, Set, and Kali offers valuable insights into our own struggles with change, loss, and renewal. This balance between light and dark urges us to embrace the full spectrum of existence, from joy to sorrow, growth to decay, recognizing that each phase of life is interconnected. As we acknowledge this duality, we can begin to appreciate the beauty of transformation that arises from destruction, embracing the cyclical nature of existence that guides our path through the shadows and into the light. In the rich narrative landscape of mythology, tales of betrayal and the subsequent fall from grace reveal significant truths about the deities we often venerate. One of the most poignant examples is the Titan Prometheus, whose infamous act of defiance sets the stage for a powerful cautionary tale. Known for stealing fire from the gods and gifting it to humanity, Prometheus's actions were rooted in compassion, seeking to elevate mankind from the darkness of ignorance. However, this noble quest sparked wrath among the Olympian gods, leading to his severe punishment. Bound to a rock, Prometheus was condemned to have his liver eaten daily by an eagle, only for it to regenerate each night, ultimately rendering his punishment an unending cycle of suffering. This story serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of challenging divine authority, illustrating how even the most well-intentioned actions can lead to catastrophic downfalls. Ultimately, the legends of betrayal and fall from grace reveal vital insights into the human condition, exposing the struggles between ambition, morality, and the desire for acceptance. The fates of gods like Prometheus and Loki remind us that even the most divine figures are susceptible to flaws and darkness, forging a path toward their downfall. These narratives challenge us to reflect on our own impulses and the potential consequences of our choices, encouraging us to seek balance and compassion over betrayal and chaos. As we explore these cautionary tales, we find not just stories of divine folly, but a mirror held to our own lives, an invitation to navigate the complexities of our desires and relationships with greater awareness, ensuring that our paths do not lead to a similar fate. As we reflect on the myriad stories surrounding pagan gods and goddesses, it becomes clear that the exploration of their darker sides offers profound insights into the complexities of existence. These narratives often reveal that the attributes we deem negative, vengeance, chaos, and betrayal, are not merely flaws to be shunned, but are integral parts of a larger narrative of balance. By examining these shadowy aspects, we come to understand that the divine is not one-dimensional. It embodies a rich interplay between light and dark. This complex portrayal invites us to accept our own struggles with darker emotions as part of our unique human experience, encouraging us to embrace the multifaceted nature of our being. Understanding deities like Kali, Loki, and Hades allows us to confront the fears and insecurities that often accompany our moral and emotional journeys. The willingness of these gods to navigate chaos and disruption reflects the reality that life is rarely simple or straightforward. Embracing their stories challenges us to explore our own darker impulses in a safe space. It's important to recognize that feelings of jealousy, rage, or despair do not define us. Rather, they signal our humanity and our capacity for growth. By acknowledging these emotions, we can move toward healing and redemption, mimicking the transformative processes seen in the myths we examined. Moreover, the wisdom gleaned from understanding these shadowy figures prompts us to foster resilience in the face of adversity. The gods teach us that hardship can lead to personal transformation, and that destruction does not solely lead to despair. Just as the cycle of creation and destruction is necessary in nature, so too are our own experiences of loss and rebirth essential in shaping who we are.